Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Uh, as- Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Uh, Let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Rizal Distira. And hello, guys. Hello, Mr. Amir. Good morning and welcome to Cinema R, a film discussion space that not only talks about action and effect, but also the meaning and cultural behind it. Okay, today we will discuss the film Final Destination, Bloodlines, a new series that is shaking up the world of psychological horror. But there is more to it than just that. There is legacy, there is trauma, there is culture. Let's explore it together. Okay, have you ever felt like something was watching you behind your daily routine? Taking the elevator, walking past glass, even lying inside an MRI machine. Everything can end in that. But why? Final Destination Bloodlines is not just about that design. It's about family, generational trauma, and a culture of fear that secretly lives inside all of us. Okay, and the next, we are talking about cultural elements and social issues. Okay, the first cultural elements for the video show family talking family representation and generational trauma. The scene show uh, about Iris and her granddaughter plus flashback to the 1960 years dinner. Okay, first, a strong cultural element is intergenerational trauma. Iris tries to protect her bloodline from death by isolating them, reflecting protective. Family values often found in immigrant or legacy cultures, but this extreme protection leads to damage. Stephanie grows up with nightmares and anxiety without knowing the true cause. This is dialogue. Iris said, "I've seen what that can do. I've mapped it. I've recorded, and I've kept us safe. That's why I had to keep you away." This shows how family trauma creates control-based parenting root in fear. Okay, the next cultural elements is modern fear, culture, and everyday realities. Okay, the scene show characters dying from everyday object, stairs, medical tools, elevator. So, modern culture is also reflected in the film's fear of the ordinary. The movie makes us realize how fragile life really is. The dialogue show Stephanie is not just accident. Everything feels designed like lives waiting to snap. This line captures the cultural anxiety many feel in modern fast-paced, overstimulated environment. Okay, the next cultural elements is contrast between past and present. Uh, okay. The visual comparison between the 1960 years dinner and modern life scenes. Uh, the setting of the 1960 years, classic songs and vintage aesthetic highlight cultural contrast with the modern day. But this is not just nostalgia. It shows how survival values have shifted from communal support system to individual struggles. The dialogue show Stephanie said, "So this place, it's where it started." Iris answer, it's where the first understood that had a pattern. The past is not just memory, it's the foundation of the present fear. The dinner is symbolic of a cultural legacy. Okay, the next is social issue. Is mental health and intergenerational trauma. The scene, Stephanie reading Iris' journal and looking overwhelmed by fear. So, the key social issue in this film is mental health, especially generational trauma. Stephanie inherited fear and anxiety from her grandmother. This reflects how trauma can be passed down through stories, behavior, or silence. The dialogue shows Stephanie reading Iris' notes. I thought I was crazy, but you have been living with this too. Iris said, "You are not crazy. You are connected. That's what scares me." This exchange captures how unresolved trauma can pass silently between generations. And the next is social reflections. Is obsession with control and human fragility. The scene shows Iris recording patterns and creating death avoidance strategies. So this film also critiques our obsession with control. Iris studies patterns, takes notes, and builds a system but still fails. We live in a time that glorifies control, but life, just like that in this film, is unpredictable. The dialogue is Iris said, "I built rules, I sacrificed contact, I thought that be enough." Stephanie said, "So we've life in fear for nothing." This exchange shows the collapse of the illusion of control. Even precise planning can prevent what's inevitable. So, for the conclusion, Final Destination Bloodline is not just a gory horror franchise. It's a mirror of culture, trauma, fear, and our deep desire for control. And throughout its symbols and social issues. The film reminds us that what's unseen is often scarier than what's shown and remember. And remember, sometimes what's casing you is not fate, it's the legacy you didn't even know you inherit. For the closing, thank you, friends. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Mr. Amir. I apologize if there are any data errors and bad pronunciation errors. That's all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.